Good morning, and this is Evangelist. This is Apostle Diane Simmons coming to you this morning, and I'm coming to you with another great video this morning, and I'm coming to you in the trueness of my heart this morning because it's such a burden upon my heart. When I look out there this morning and I see so many people that are lost, and I see so many people that are just going through the motions. And this is the title of my sermon this morning. Stop going through the motions. Stop fooling yourself. Stop playing with yourself. You know your life is not what you want it to be. And people are walking around like everything is all right. They're walking around like it's good. They're walking around like I got it made. They're walking around with their chest pushed out, smiles up on their face, and miserable in their hearts. Going around this morning, you're trying to fool people, but you're not fooling yourself. You're playing games with yourself. You know inside of your heart, you know you're not happy. You know inside of your heart, your life is not right. You know right now that inside of your heart, if you would die today, would you see Jesus? Some people say, well, I don't care. Well, when I die, I don't care because really, when you die, you're just dead. But that's not true. You got an eternity. You got to answer to a God now or later. But you got to answer to a God. We're going around, we're partying, we're having fun, and we're thinking everything is great. Got good jobs, got great cars, got homes, got money. Make you feeling good, got everything I want. You got everything you want, but inside you're miserable. You got everything that you want, but inside you're empty. There is no substance. There is nothing for you to hold on to. Sometimes men and women, you're playing these games. You're going from woman to woman. And that makes you feel like everything is all right. That's why I don't want to be married because I'm not ready to get married. I'm not ready to settle down. I got too much of my life left. All you're doing is giving yourself away. And you're not getting nothing in return. Just a little moment in the bed, but after that's over, what do you have? What do you have on the inside? What are you holding on to? Women, you're going around, you're dressing up, and you're making the best of it, and you're going around, you're getting your nails done, your hair done. You're going around getting body work. You're going around getting extra parts on your body to look good. But on the inside, you're still empty. On the inside, all men are looking at is your body. On the inside, all they're looking at is how good you look and what they want to do. But it ain't nothing that they want to keep. And sometimes we think that that's all to it, but that's not all to it. That's not all to life. That's peace, that's love, that's joy, that's happiness. It's more than you giving to yourself. You're allowing yourself to be a toy. You're allowing yourself to be played with. Oh, I just want to look good. Looking good on the outside, but on the inside, what do you have? Misery, loneliness, tears when nobody sees it. Then sometimes you got to drink to make yourself feel good. You got to drink to forget. You got to drink to remember what you don't have. You got to take drugs to get high. Because if I'm high, I won't think about my situation. If I'm high, I won't think about the hell that I'm going through. If I'm high, I won't think about how miserable my life is. You can sit in your beautiful home and look around at everything that you want. I got everything in my house I need. I don't have to want for nothing. I got all the food I want. I got everything that I need. My house looking good. Got it laid out. But it's still empty. Because there's nothing like real love in a home. There's nothing like real joy and peace in your soul. Your beautiful car that you drive every day. But yet it's just a substance. It's only something that you can use. It is not something that can make you feel good about yourself. Oh, I got money in the bank. Look at the people that have money in the bank. Look at the people that really have money in the bank. Look at the rich people right now that have to go on vacation after vacation after vacation because they don't have nothing else to do, because they don't have nothing around them, that have the biggest homes in the world and the most emptiest hearts, the most loneliest nights, but they have everything they want. Let me read you a little story right quick, and I want you to tell me after you hear this here. I'm going to read you from Luke the 12th chapter, and I'm going to read you. We're going to start here at the 16th verse. Let me read you 4 verses. Tell me about this. And he told them this parable. He said, the ground of a certain rich man yielded an abundant harvest. He thought to himself, what shall I do? I have no place to store my crops. I got so much, I don't have nowhere to put it. I got so much in my home is crowded down, it's packed out. My fields are packed out. Everything around me is growing. I don't even have no more room for nothing else. This is what you call blessed. This is a person that have everything they need. Let's go on. Then he said to himself, this is what I'll do. I'll tear down my barns, and I'm going to build bigger barns. I'm going to get more place to store it because I don't have nothing. I don't have no room for nothing else left, so I'm going to just store it somewhere else. He said here, and there I will store my surplus grain. I will say to myself, you have plenty of grain laid up for many years. Take life easy, eat, drink, and be merry. You don't need nothing. All you got to do is just relax. All you got to do is have a good time. All you got to do is party. All you got to do is just go out and just have yourself a great time. All you need to do is just go out on date after date after date, woman after woman, man after man. Have yourself a good time. Go get you a good outfit on. Put yourself out, lay yourself out, and go ahead and put your best dress on. Women, men, you go out and just lay it out because you know the women gonna want you. Oh, you are fly, but guess what? You empty. And then he said, but God said to him, you fool. Now, when God called you a fool, something is definitely wrong. He said, you fool, this very night, your life will be demanded from me. This night, I'm going to take you away from this earth. So all that you have don't mean nothing if you don't have God. Not all this you have don't mean nothing with an empty soul. You don't have time for God. Oh, I don't want to go to no church. That's boring. Oh, they're going to stay in church all day. But you can party all day and all night and don't say nothing. You can do what you want and all of that's great. But to give God some time, that's boring. But God said all that you have, you're not going to even be able to spend it. And you know the thing that really makes me think, I was riding around yesterday in my car, and as I rode around, I began to look at things, I began to think, and I began to see so many big, beautiful homes. And I've seen some of the homes that so many people that I know that's not in or no more that done left this world. And the first thing came to my mind, all this you done worked for all these years. You done labored. You done sweated. You done put all this time in. But you had to leave it here. All this here you put in, somebody else going to get in it and enjoy your labor. Somebody going to get in and enjoy all the money that you could not spend for yourself, and you spend it on this home and all this beautiful furniture and all this thing that you have. All these acres and acres of land and how beautiful and how it's laid out. And somebody else gonna enjoy it when you leave this world. And the saddest part, somebody might be in it that didn't even deserve it. But what good is gonna do you? All that you did, all that time you put in. You put in more time in the world and in substance and in things around you. But you didn't put nothing in for your soul. You didn't give God nothing. And sometimes the people that you're going to leave it to is ungrateful. Sometimes the people that you're going to leave it to is unthankful. Some of them may not even care nothing about you. And sometimes you just got one or two relatives. You might not even like them, but they're going to end up with your property. They wouldn't even give you a glass of water. Didn't give you no time. Never came and told you they love you. Never checked up on you. All they wanted from you is what they could get. And these are the kind of people that you want to leave everything that you work for upon this earth. The car that you're driving, the Mercedes-Benz, all the things that go with it, all the luxury and all the luxurious cars that you rode around in and look good. But God said this night, your soul is required. This night you done lost everything that you worked for. This night all your labor means nothing. Stop going through the motions today. Stop playing games with yourself. You know you're not happy. Stop acting like everything is all right when you know it's not. How many nights you done laid in that house with tears coming down your face? How many times you done hid it and played the games and made everybody think, oh, I got it made. And they look at you, and so many people look at people today and they say, oh, I wish I was them. Oh, I wish I had the money they had. Oh, I wish I had the homes they had. Oh, I love that car they had. But if you know what's behind the home, if you know what's behind all the cars, if you know the loneliness that they share, if you know that all the money that they have, they're miserable. If you know how many trips they took just to get away because they just couldn't stay in that house, because they couldn't live with themselves, because life began to get them down, because they're miserable, because they really never had nobody to truly love them. You shared your life with everything and everybody, but you never shared it with no one cared nothing for you. You never shared it with no one that could give back the love that you gave them. You never shared it with no woman that could appreciate you. You never shared it with a man that cared about you. You cared it with a man that looked it good. Oh, he looked good. Well, you see that car he driving? But did you see how many women he have on the side with that car? Yeah, he looked good. And yes, he got a beautiful car. He took you places. But how many others he taken places? Yes, she looked good. She made sure she looked good. She went out there and she got everything that she knew that she could get to turn your head. Because she knew that all she had to do was put on that dress. She knew all she had to do was let that body shape out the way men want them to see it, and that run them crazy. And you don't even realize it's nothing but a trick of the devil to get you sold. You never realize that all that flush you see is the main thing that's going to take you straight to hell. And then you ask yourself, as you spend eternity in hell, ask yourself, was it worth it? Sometimes people need to stop before they do things and ask yourself, is it worth it? A wise man never jump into nothing. A wise woman never jump into nothing. The first thing, ask yourself, is it worth it? If you're going to get something in life worth it. Don't get something that you're going to regret. Don't look something that's going to steal your soul away from you. Take your joy, pull your peace. Take everything that meant something to you. Take the smile off your face. Take the laughter out of your heart. Take the joy away. Take the God away that you love, that you once served, that meant so much to you, that you have turned your back upon, that you have left. The time that you no longer give him because you think what you're doing is greater than what you had. But what you really don't realize, what you want you got, but you lost what you had. You lost the greater to get the lesser. And sometimes you got to realize, I'm paying a big price for nothing. I'm paying a price for something that's not even doing me no good. I don't get nothing out of it. And you got to constantly give. You don't receive, you got to constantly give. It's nobody that's really supporting or helping you. It's somebody that's taken from you. Don't you know every time you find yourself in these predicaments, you being somebody that's taken from you, taken away from you, taking joy, taking love, taking life out of your body. If I'm going to do anything, I'm going to enjoy the time I have on this earth, but I'm going to do it right, because when you do it right, you can enjoy it. When you do something right, you can go to sleep at night. You don't have to go to bed with guilt. You don't have to go to bed feeling shame of yourself. What's the point of doing something and then later you got to feel shame of it? What's the point of going out here going with different men after man after man, and then you look at yourself and you ask yourself, what are you doing to yourself? Why are you with all these men? Why you just can't get somebody to love you and be proud of you? Somebody means something to you. Somebody that don't mind taking you somewhere. Somebody don't mind showing you off. Letting everybody know what you have. Somebody that don't mind bringing you to the house of God. What are you doing to yourself? You find yourself in these predicaments over and over. And all you cheating is yourself. Even when a person cheat on somebody, you cheating yourself. You think you cheating on that person. You cheating yourself, because you cheating yourself out the life you have. You cheating yourself out the joy you could have. If you got to cheat with someone, then that means you're not even happy. Because if you had what you want, there would be no need for it. There would be no need to go through all that. When you can enjoy the person that you're with. When you can enjoy the love that God gave you. Because when God gives you something, it's real. See, when God gives you somebody in your life, you don't have to wonder, do they love you? You don't have to watch them. You don't have to try to figure out what they're doing. You don't have to check their telephone, because you know it's solid. It's just like a tree that's planted. That root means one thing, it's solid. Because the root going to give it life. Whenever God give you, it's going to be life. It's going to be real. You don't have to wonder about it. It's time to stop playing games with yourself. I want to pray for you quickly before I leave here, and I want you to know one thing. You need to subscribe to this channel. You need to become a part of it. You need to hear something real. People watch things on the YouTube all through the day, things that don't mean nothing. No substance, no joy, no peace, no life. But when it comes to something real, they don't want to hear that. When it comes to something that's going to change their life, they don't want that. When it comes to something that's going to give them what they need, they don't want that. Videos like this, they'll turn them off. Why? Because it's hitting a part in you, and you know what I'm saying is real. It's hitting something deep down in your heart, and you need to tell yourself, look, the life that I have, I'm going to live it right. I'm going to give it to Christ. I'm going to get somebody in my life that's going to be real. I know real. I know that not going to do me wrong, not going to play no games with me. I don't have to check up on them. I need something real. I need something to hold on to. You don't know how long you're going to be on this earth. God said to the man, look, this night, your soul required. You don't never know when it's your time. So when it is, I want to leave here right. I don't want to leave here and go to hell. And then the life that I lived on earth, it was worth nothing. And then I'm going to go to a deeper hell, a more tormented than I'm already is. It's not worth it. Father, in the name of Jesus, I ask you right now, the Lord, to touch everyone that's listening to the sound of my voice. I ask you to touch everyone, God. Don't let them, God, pass by this video this day. Somebody need to know the truth. Somebody need to know God is real. Somebody need to know, Lord, it's time for you to stop playing games with yourself, to open up their eyes, Lord. Let them see. All this they doing up on this earth, it's not even worth it. All the things they're doing is not worth it. The home and all this they enjoying. And they think this is the life and this is all I need and I don't need nobody else. Open up their eyes. Let them know, God, it is far deeper than what they see. It is far greater than what they have. This temporary. Lord, let them know everything upon this earth is temporary. It's going to leave here. You're going to leave everything here. You can't carry none of this with you. You got a life you done gave up on the earth, and you got to leave everything here. It's time to open up your eyes and realize this world is changing. Time is changing. Things are getting worse and worse. It's not getting better. What are you waiting on? Open up your eyes and see. I love you today and I care about your soul. I'm not going to play games with you. I'm trying to get somebody's eyes open. I'm trying to let you see it's not even worth what you're going through. This is Apostle Diane Simmons. And I want you to know one thing. I love you with the love of Jesus Christ. I want you to subscribe to this channel. I want you to be a part of it. I want you to think about everything that I said on this video. Watch it more than once. Call your friend. Call somebody. Tell them you need to hear this video. So we're living in the last days. It's not no playing time. Open up your eyes. See the Bible being fulfilled. Everybody think Christianity is boring. Christians is boring. Everybody looking, you see bad preachers and this one doing that and these doing that. Look, you got to live for yourself. You ain't got time to worry about what no preacher doing, what nobody in the church doing, what no member doing. You got to live for yourself. You got to see God for yourself. Whatever they do, I got to see Jesus for me. And I'm not basing my life on what nobody else doing. I'm basing it on the word of God. And this is Apostle saying, I love you and I'll see you soon.